Welcome to the video. First, we're going to talk about zero friction cycling. And again, this is not a hate video, just sharing comments and criticisms. Yes, genuinely. I've known Adam just through cycling and running since about 2010. I remember we did a half marathon together. It was 2010, and he had some injury issues. We got a mutual friend. I said to him, you should get a road bike, get a power meter, and get on Strava and crank it, bro. And he did, and rest is history. And then he started up his brand, Zero Friction Cycling, which the name itself, Zero Friction, is an extreme exaggeration because we know in cycling there's no such thing as zero friction. So to imply that you can have zero friction, you know what I mean? It's like calling yourself zero body fat weight loss. It's like, well, that's impossible, you know? So it's like, for me, anyway, I digress. But anyway, so we caught up a few times, we've ridden together. He lives not far from me. And we met up one time a couple of years back in the city and here in Adelaide. I said to him, you should do a YouTube channel. He's like, oh, I don't know what to do with that. And so I can help you with that just because that's who I am. I like to do that. And he's like, okay, let's catch up in the city, have a chat. And so we had a chat. And Adam's ex-police. I have a family who are also in the police force as well. So he's ex-police and been there for quite a while. And so we had a great chat, a few hours, just, guys talking bike shit. And then Hambini came up in the topic. And he's like, what do you think of Hambini? And he said some things about Hambini, obviously in a quite negative tone. I felt they were quite racist, in a racial, that's my opinion. That's just my opinion there. But he was definitely not a fan of Hambini. And I was like, actually, well, I'm a fan of Hambini. And he's like, oh, a bit taken aback by that. I'm a fan of Hambini, all right? And Zero Friction Cycling Adam is not a fan of Hambini. And I said, why not? And, it's like Hambini just calls as he sees it. He's like, oh, but, And I said, well, isn't Hambini qualified engineer, blah, blah, blah? And I said, what are your qualifications, just to be fair, And he's like, and Adam, maybe my memory's vague. I messaged you today saying, call me, because after you'd left some defamatory comments on Chris Miller's cycling channel, at first I didn't believe it was you. And I thought, no, that's some troll trying to create drama. So I clicked on it, oh, that's Adam Curran. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the defamation comments. Imagine if someone wrote that about your kid. Imagine what your wife would think. Imagine that. That's pretty shit, bro. Anyway, so it was Adam Curran. And so I'm thinking, this guy acts all professional, nicey, but in real life, I've had a different experience. Hopefully you've had a better one. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't trust the data that Adam puts up on his website, Zero Friction Cycling. I don't trust it. And there's a few reasons why, but I want to be fair. And I'm publicly inviting Adam to debate me about the claims he makes about myself or on his website. Adam, let's do it up. Adam, do you really believe what you type on the internet, on your website or YouTube? Do you really believe it? And if you do, fantastic. Join me on a live debate here on YouTube for the world to see. But I don't think you'll do that. I know there's a few reasons why, but we'll get into that. Anyway, there's the offer, people, publicly put out there. And Adam's got like 3,000 subscribers or whatever. I'm not trying to clout here. But I enjoy that he is putting out some tests and creating some discussion. I enjoy that. And Adam did put me onto YBN chains because he shared some data someone else had used and it put YBN on my radar. So thanks, Adam. I appreciate that. But in terms of the slagging of Hambini, and I said, well, you should debate Hambini. He's like, oh, blah, blah, he's holding his coffee. He's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, man, that's fucking pussy. That's beta. If you're going to slag someone or disagree with them, fair enough. But be a man and fucking talk on the YouTube, do a live debate, right? No one has to agree, but we can keep it, respectful and do that, have a proper debate. So Adam pretends to be professional, He pretends I'm some sort of monster guy. He's like, oh, Google up Harley just because I disagree with your data, all right? Is that the reason, Adam? Anyway, I'm starting to digress there, but there's a few things on Adam's website, some of the product he sells that made me think this guy, he was corporate, became a cop, for whatever reason he's not a cop anymore. Adam, maybe you can answer that question, truthfully. And now he's doing this chain waxing thing and just selling like bottles of lube for $250 or whatever. And I'm just thinking, and a piece of coat hanger bent for like $20 or $30. You probably take that off his website now, but if you saw it, you saw it, And I'm just thinking, this dude's cold, hard businessman, which, hey, again, okay, fine. But anyway, this is my opinion, my experience with Adam. If you've had a better experience, fantastic. If you haven't, let me know in the DMs. But anyway, that's the deal. And Adam also put me onto lightweight wheels, because he was running a pair of Gen 4s, Millenstein clinches. And I said, what do you think of them? He goes, oh, mate, they're the stiffest wheel ever. They're the stiffest wheel ever. So, okay, cool. And I had some cash, and I always wanted a pair of lightweights. So anyway, so I went to go see Glenn at Track Cycles there. I think it was 2013 or 2014. And I bought a set. Glenn gave me a great deal on them. Couldn't say no. Got them. And I rode them. I'm thinking, they're actually buckled out of the box. They're not true, and they're not the stiffest wheel out there. But they do look sexy, and they do ride nice. So when I realized these wheels weren't the stiffest things out there, I knew that Adam is sincere, but sincerely wrong on these certain topics. So then when I read his website, and I'm like, oh, that's not right, blah, 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 typo here. And hey, he's got a lot of numbers on there. You've got to make mistakes. I would make a lot of mistakes too. So that's why I don't trust his data, but I'll make a separate video about that. But would prefer if Adam, you could get on live and we'll discuss those points. I've got a few points written down. It would be great. So anyway, not a hate video, just share my experience with Adam. He's not a Hambini fan. He's definitely not a Harley fan. And hey, not everyone's a Harley fan or a Hambini fan. But, I think we can all be respectful and not defame people or be racist or whatever, or make up bullshit allegations or whatever. Okay, I think we can just be real, all right? And that's what you get with me. That's what you get with Hambini, all right? You watch us shit, you get real shit. Simple as that. Anyway, that's the deal. Lights getting down. We'll see you next video. Hopefully Adam turns up in the live debate, but I don't think he will.